tonight now that you're a big star?
No, no big star.
Why do
I
you say
mean,
you're not a big star?
because I've only played a half of football. I got a lot more to show, but it's been awesome. Honestly, just the support across the league, all teams, especially everything with my dad and stuff. Been very cool, but just the people congratulating me, being patient, and all that stuff. But yeah, it's been cool, but still try to stay to myself and. Long way to go. I only played one half, so.
Are you more recognizable on the streets of Montreal now?
Maybe around the fans for sure. A lot of fans, number 10, but yeah, is what it is.
How many fans call you David and not Davis?
Happens often. Or Alexander. I get Alexander instead of Davis, but I've been getting that my whole life, so that's okay.
Have they told you you're starting Friday?
No, we haven't heard anything yet. I'm sure depth chart gets posted 24 hours before, so.
If you took a lie detector test, would your answer be the same?
I think so. I don't know.
Okay. Just curious.
What did you say about your dad? You said something about your dad.
Yeah, just there was a post-game interview I talked about. I just gave my dad a little shout-out. He's battling stage 4 cancer.
Where is
and
it?
lung cancer. But just I think that kind of went. CFL posted it on a couple sites, and then just I've had a lot of people reaching out. Honestly, a lot of Rider fans too reaching out. So that was very cool. And I know my stepmom has actually she has Twitter too, so she was kind of reading him all the replies, and he seems to be in honestly a little better spirits. So that's been a very cool deal. Yes, sir.
What do you like about what you did Thursday night?
Yeah, I got the ball out fast. Got the ball out fast and on time. Got the ball to our playmakers, and then I was able to show a little bit, what I can do, kind of sandlot football. If a play breaks down or, some protection slips in, I can make a play and get our guys the ball fast. We got 2 guys right now who are number 1 and number 2 in yak, yards after catch. So again, my job is to get the playmakers the ball in space, and they'll take care of business.
How tough has it been waiting this 3-year process?
I'm not going to say it's been super easy, but honestly, I've just tried to stay true to myself, stay true to my preparation for moments like that. It really couldn't have gone that much better, honestly, and it was just very rewarding and humbling at the same time.
We'll talk some more.
Thank you so much.
Here's just the mindset coming in. Like when you get the tap on the shoulder, is there like a switch? Like how does it, how do you flip into game mode?
Yeah, I mean, you're always taught, you're always told you got to be ready, right? But my mind was racing a little bit, but again, you stay true to your preparation and what you do every single week, regardless of who's the starter. Cody, Caleb, James, I got to be ready to go. That's what I'm paid to do.
What's the furthest you've ever thrown a ball? Just curiosity.
I think 78 yards.
70 yards.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to confirm that?
Nope. They both took reps today. That's all I'll say. You guys will find out when you need to find out.
How'd you know what my question
I
was?
had an inkling what you were going to ask me.
Jason, obviously a half of football doesn't make a career,
Nope.
but what have you seen from Davis that you like? The way that he plays.
Just the way Davis prepares, the way he competes, he improves, it seems like every single day. There's something that he picks up or does a little bit better. He works at it. He's committed. I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's what he is, and he's the ultimate competitor. So, and then watching him on the field, very calm, very composed. We all know the ability he shows in practice to us, and kind of the effort he gives, like I said, on and off the field. But that's that mental toughness to stick with it for this long without a real opportunity, and that's what I was really proud of him to see a big moment come and him deliver. And that speaks volumes about his preparation and what he's been doing when the lights aren't always on.
You might disagree with this question, but why did it seem like you've been reluctant to go to him before?
Well, I think there's a hierarchy in our room. I mean, it's earned. You got to earn that position. And I felt like last year it was earned the right way. It was earned a different way. Caleb earned that job in camp, provided what we needed to see in those games and got us victories. And camp this year, it was very close. We decided to go a direction with Caleb because he's a vet. He's won games for us, and he did his job. And then, I told them both before this game, before this opportunity, that if we needed a spark, it was going to be provided. But there could be 5-game stretch where Davis didn't play at all. If Caleb just went in there and just did his job the way he's capable of doing it. But the moment that it wasn't, there was going to be an opportunity potentially, and I would have to make that gut decision. I said so. It was organically done, but it was described to the quarterbacks and laid out to the quarterbacks the plan, and then we just had to play the game.
For argument's sake, if Davis Alexander starts Friday, I'm assuming you will go into this game with the same mindset that if he struggles, you'll make the switch.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's anytime it's not a proven, like I'm not even gonna say a proven guy. Like Cody would have been given the game to play. I think that's pretty obvious. I mean, we've all watched quarterbacks who are tenured quarterbacks in this league struggle in games, or the offense not produce. And like I've always said, it's not always on the quarterback, but you'd stick through them with those times. But yes, it'll be a very similar circumstance where if we need that spark, we'll go to the next guy and or the next guy. It's just going to be one of those things until Cody is back, because once Cody's back, that leash is a lot longer.
So how did Evans grade out then after watching the film?
To be honest with you, not as badly as everybody would expect. I mean,
You're going to say as you.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying, I mean, I know, obviously the starting quarterback gets a lot of credit and a lot of blame, and not every play that didn't work in that game was due to his fault. Are there things that Caleb could do absolutely better? Yes, for sure. And he and I talked about that. I think, there's definitely room for improvement. But to say that the whole first half was on Caleb is not right. But that spark needed to be made, and we did it, and Davis went in and obviously graded out pretty damn well. So, he provided that and then some.
You're both a starting quarterback and a backup quarterback. How much is it an advantage, I'm using air quotes, when you've been on the sidelines, backup quarterback, we're able to listen to the adjustment and then get thrown in the game, you know what I mean? Like, while you have time to think about those adjustments, without having people hitting you.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's the day and age with the iPads on the sidelines, you can see everything that's going on. You pay attention to the calls, you watch on the sidelines. You're in the air condition, as we like to say, when you're sitting there watching the game. It's when the bullets are flying for real is when it matters. So whether you are the starter going in there, you've gotten every rep during the week, you still have to perform when you're on the field. And the guy who's sitting there, watching it all unfold, when he gets put in there, he doesn't feel like a backup. He feels like the guy that's running the team. So it's just a matter of whether you can handle that. That's a big. I look at toughness as the most important thing a quarterback needs in professional football, because you have to be mentally tough and physically tough to play the sport. And anytime you're the starter, you're going to be mentally tough to get through adversity and to have all the weight on your shoulders. And when you're a backup, you got to be able to be mentally tough enough to sit there and then go in at tough spots and do your job. And I think that's an incredibly tough task, and I'm always impressed when the quarterbacks are able to do it.
Here's a question out of left field. You were an Oregon State guy, right?
University of Oregon.
Excuse me, an University of Oregon guy.
Yeah.
How did University of Oregon guys look upon Portland State guys at that time?
Well, we played Portland State when I was at Oregon.
So you understand the question?
Yeah, they're a different division, I'll say.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't Pac-10 at the time football. It was just a non-conference scheduled game in a smaller division. So the expectation was that we would be able to play that game to our level, which we didn't feel at that time, they were on our level, that we win those games. But there are high quality players that come out of every level. I know that. So I don't care what division you play in football, there are quality players that play. And some of them are just waiting for an opportunity to go to bigger schools. So there's always talent everywhere you look.
You understand the question. Thank you.
Yeah.